Hi, hope you had a wonderful Labor Day. My tip for tonight is something called coconut oil pulling. So the idea is you can take coconut oil, put it in your mouth, and it will, as you swish it, could be called coconut oil swishing, but as you're swishing, the coconut oil is pulling bacteria and toxins out from beneath your gums and between your teeth. So what you want to do is get a really good quality coconut oil. I like to get ones in the glass jars instead of the plastic. This I got at Whole Foods. It's called Dr. Bronner's and it's organic, unrefined coconut oil. Normally in my cupboard, this is solid at room temperatures, the white solid stuff, but because it's been so hot, it's liquid right now. But so you get, to start out, 1 to 2 teaspoons. A lot of sources say that ideally it should be about a tablespoon. That can feel like a lot to some people, especially women with smaller mouths or kids. So take as much as you can. Maybe start out slow and work your way up. I know initially when I started this, it felt like a lot and I was afraid I was going to swallow it or kind of gag. But what you can do to make it taste better, to make it a little funner, is use some essential oils. So it's just 1 drop of essential oil in your coconut oil. There's clove. Clove has been used for years in dentistry as antibacterial, and it can even numb your mouth a little bit if it has some sensitivity. Spearmint is one of my favorites because it's so yummy. Peppermint and cinnamon. The cinnamon is usually a little bit on the hot side, so you don't want to get it on your lips, and just put 1 drop. Make sure it's an essential oil that is safe to use internally. My favorite is doTERRA brand, but just 1 drop really is all you need. And then you put your coconut oil with your essential oil into your mouth and you swish. So as you're swishing, you're working that oil between the teeth. Some people will do it and then jump in the shower, and so they're doing their shower stuff, and it takes your mind off the oil, and the time just flies by. You might want to start out with just doing a few minutes and work your way up to the ideal, which is 20 minutes. Dr. Bruce Fife is a dentist who wrote a book called Oil Pulling Therapy, and he's found that 20 minutes is an ideal amount of time because in that amount of time, the coconut oil can get in there and really break up the biofilm. This is the protective layer that bacteria have around them. So you want to break that up so that you can pull it out and get the toxins out. He also feels that when you do this on a regular basis, close to every day if you can, that you're actually detoxifying your whole body, not just your mouth. And I haven't seen any research that backs that up yet, but he cites a lot of examples of his patients that have had other health conditions clear up when they do their oil pulling every day. But what I do know is that it is really, really good for your oral health, on top of a good oral cleaning routine that you do every day as well. So there is one thing I saw on a site called Wellness Mama where she said she does something to make it maybe just a little bit more convenient. She gets the coconut oil warmed up a little bit to liquid and pours it into silicone candy molds. And then she'll add 1 drop of essential oil into each of the little candy spaces and puts that in the refrigerator or the freezer until it's solid, and then pulls out the little cubes and keeps them in a jar in a cool place. And so then when it's time for her coconut oil pulling, she'll just pull out a cube and pop it in her mouth. So that might make it a little funner or easier to do. There has been some studies showing that it does reduce the amount of bacteria called Streptococcus mutans, and that is one of the prominent bacteria in the mouth that has been studied for many years, and they've made that association that it's one of the main bacteria responsible for gum disease and tooth decay. So there is some research behind this. It's actually based on an ancient Ayurvedic tradition of swishing sesame seed oil in the mouth. You can use that if you have a sensitivity to coconut oil, you don't like it. The other option, if you don't like the taste of coconut oil, is to use MCT oil, which is medium chain triglyceride. So it's from coconut oil, but they remove some of the fat, so it's liquid at room temperature, and there's hardly any coconut taste at all. So those are some options for you. So I'm just curious if you've heard of this technique before. More and more of the holistic dentists are recommending this to their patients. And if this is brand new to you, if it sounds really unusual, you never heard of it, let me know. Leave a comment below. I'm curious who might be already doing this and who has never heard of it before. So that's your tip for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday night, and I'll have more tips for you soon. Thank you.